to part, I know. I'll be tickled to death to go. Goodbye, don't cry. There's a silver lining in the sky. Bonsoir, old thing.
Oh, news. Is that all you ever do?
It's Radio 2, 88291. Gary's coming up, and I smell of him.
BBC News at 8 o'clock. This is Mike Powell. The BBC understands that Rishi Sunak and Boris Johnson were due to meet today after they both received public declarations of support to take part in the Conservative leadership race. Allies of both men say they have the backing of enough MPs to make the shortlist, although Mr Sunak's camp are sceptical about claims made about the level of Mr Johnson's support. Penny Mordaunt is the only candidate so far to formally announce she intends to enter the contest. The Tory peer, Lord Marland, says he's been told Mr Sunak is not keen on making deals.
I've heard that Rishi Sunak was not prepared to meet, and understandably. I also know that Rishi Sunak's team are phoning directly Conservative members. We'll see what happens on Monday. As not being an MP, I shall await their decision and support the leader of the party.
World leaders have been congratulating the new Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, after she was sworn in at a ceremony in Rome. Ms Meloni is the first woman in history to hold the post and Italy's first far-right leader since the Second World War. Our Europe regional editor, Danny Eberhard, watched the ceremony.
Ms Meloni is heading a coalition alongside another far-right party, the League led by Matteo Salvini, and the party of the former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. As a socially conservative nationalist politician, she's promised to secure Italy's borders and combat immigration. Ms Meloni is Eurosceptic, but she's stressed that Italy will remain committed to NATO and that, despite some pro-Russian sentiments expressed by her coalition partners, it will continue to back Ukraine.
Firefighters in Tanzania are battling to put out a large blaze on Africa's highest peak, Mount Kilimanjaro. Giant flames and plumes of smoke can be seen on the slopes. The fire started last night along one of the mountain's most popular climbing routes. A statue of Margaret Thatcher in her hometown has been vandalised for a third time. The sculpture in Grantham in Lincolnshire has been daubed with the words "Tories out." The statue was also vandalised in May, just 2 weeks after a man was fined for egging it within hours of its installation. England's cricketers won their opening match at the Men's T20 World Cup in Australia. They chased down a victory target of 113 runs to beat Afghanistan by 5 wickets in Perth. Afghanistan's coach is the former England batsman Jonathan Trott, who said it was a frustrating result.
We've missed an opportunity there with the bat in the last couple of overs. You know, we were 16 for 5 in our last 4 overs, which isn't good enough. So we let ourselves down a little bit there, and bitterly disappointed that we couldn't have pushed things a little bit more and taken it down to the wire and given ourselves more of a chance.
The weather: outbreaks of rain sliding across much of the western UK, particularly heavy in the southwest, drier with clear spells in some eastern parts of the country. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 8.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Lisa. We had a lovely cuddle in front of the coffee machine.
Frequency clear.
Purple hold on. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Don't you use it. Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1980. Get up and party. At the weekend. Woo, Gary Davis. Woo, Gary Davis. Woo, Gary Davis on your radio.
Live on the BBC Sounds app.